So the other question now, they're saying obtain and sketch the following probabilities for the standard normal distribution. Okay, so the standard normal distribution, for you to find the probabilities, you always have to make sure that you have a less than here, less than or equal to or a less than. If you don't have a less than, you have a greater than. Make sure you change it into a less than using the what? The complement. Okay, so let's find this. So the complement rule, if for example I have x being greater than this x like this, the complement rule states that this is the same as 1 minus the probability of x being less than or equal to what? X. So always convert a greater than when you're dealing with a normal distribution to your what? Less than. Okay, and then having said that, let's look at the first one. So we are asked to find the probability of z being less than, okay, 0. I think this is a minus. Okay, so minus 0.128. Okay, again, if you have a minus, we have to struggle to make it a what? A positive. Because I don't think you guys will be given the distribution table for negative values. Okay, so now you have to change this negative value to a positive value. How do you change that? We change it by what we call as symmetry. Okay, so the symmetry rule states that the probability of z being less than, okay, I can start with a greater than, of z being greater than a negative number like this is the same as the probability of this z being less than the same number, okay, but now it should be positive. So this is the symmetry that we're going to use. Or if we have the probability of z being less than a negative number like that, this here is the same as the probability of z being greater than the positive number, okay? Because the normal distribution is symmetric. If I draw it like this, so it will come like that. Hey, it's a bad drawing. Okay, let me draw it a bit nicer. So that's like that, okay? So if you cut it into two, whatever you have here, it will be the same what you have there, okay? All right, so we're going to be using these two rules here. So this one and this one are the rules for symmetric, and then this one is the what? The complement. So here we are first going to use the rule for the symmetric to handle this negative here, okay? So what are we going to do? We know that by symmetry, okay, this here is the same as the probability of z being greater than the positive value of this, which is 0.128. And then from here, we see that we have a greater than here. We need to change this guy into a less than, okay? So we know that this, by the complement rule, is okay. Okay, so saying by the complement rule, we know that this is just the same as 1 minus the probability of z being less than or equal to what? 0.128. Okay, and then from here, we have that 1 minus, okay? And then we find this probability. So how do we find this probability? We go on the z score, okay? And then we try to find a value that is very close to this guy here. So on the z-score, we only have 2 significant figures, but here we have 3. So we are going to find those values that are closer to what? To this 1.28. So 1.28 is closer to 1.3. Okay, in short, I can just say round off this 8 here. So we have 1.3 here. So we'll go on the table and look for 1.3. Okay, so the table is here. Okay, so the table is here. I have it here. Okay, so this is the table here. Let me make it a little bit big. Okay, so we want to look for 0.128, which is very close to what? 0.13. So 0.1, we're going to go in this column. This is 0.1. And then let's look for 0.2. So it means 0.2, 0.128 is somewhere between this guy here and this guy, but we don't know where exact, and it's not halfway, so we can't add this and then we divide by 2. So we just have to get the one that is closer okay, to 0.128, which is just what? 0.13. So I'm going to go in this column and then in this row. Where they intersect, that will be my answer. So this is my value that I'm going to get here. Okay, so 0.5517. That's what we are going to get. So we are going to write 0.5517 here, and then subtract the 1 to get your final answer. Okay, so let's subtract. So we have 1 minus 0.5517. So I'm going to find this as my probability, 0.4483. So this is my probability here. And then let us sketch this probability here. Okay, so when you sketch this probability, it's going to be like this. Okay, so you draw a normal distribution like that. I've drawn a bad diagram. Okay, let me try to make it nicer. So this is the diagram here. So the normal distribution will go like that, need to go like that. So in between here, you always have your what? Your mean or your average. And then that value was a negative. So you can put here minus 0.128. Okay, so all this area to the left here, it will be this 0.4483. Okay, so this is the sketch here, and then this is the what? The area. So you've seen the process here that we did. Okay, and then from here, we can look at the other one. So the other one here is this. Let me check here. This one here. So we want to find the probability of this, and then we also sketch it. Okay, so let's do that. So the probability of the probability of minus 2, is it 2 or 1? Okay, or 1, that is 1. Okay, minus 1. Minus 1.223. And then I have the Z 2.224. So this is the probability that I have. Okay, so we know that this can also be written as equals to the probability of Z being less than 2.224, okay, and then minus the probability of Z being less than minus 1.223. Okay, again, I'm just going to round off these numbers to two significant figures. Okay, so the first one here is just okay. We can find its probability directly from the distribution table. So I'll just round it off to 2 decimal places like this, then minus. But this one here, we have a minus here. So first we have to change it to a positive. So this here is the same as the probability of Z being greater than what? 1.223. Okay, and then this one here, now we change it into a less than using the complement rule to just be 1 minus the probability of Z being less than, I'll round off these to 2 decimal places, which is 1.22. Okay, so this will be equals to, we're going to get this from the table and get this from the table. So this is 2.22. So let's get that probability. So 2.22. Okay, so 2.22, where are we going to find it? Okay, so we go on 2.2. This is the 2.2. And then here we are just looking for 0.2. So we are in this row. Okay, and then we're in this column like this. So when you add this and this, you're going to get your 2.22. Okay, so it means we're getting this value here. So 0.9868. That's what we are going to write there. Okay, 0.9868 minus, and then 1 minus, we have to get the probability of this. Okay, so let's get that probability from the table. Okay, so this is the probability of 1.22. Okay, so 1.22, we're going to go on 1.2, and then we are still in this column here. So I'm just going to go like this, this. I'm going to find this as my answer. So 0.88888. Okay, so I'm going to write here 0.8888. 8. And then just do the calculator now. So 0.9868 minus, this will be 1 minus, that's 0.8888. So 1 minus 0.8888. It's going to give me what? It's going to give me 0.1112. Then let's subtract these two. So 0.9868 minus 0.1112 is going to give me 0.8756. So this one here is our final answer. And then how do we sketch it? Okay, we sketch it like this. So there we had two values. We had the negative value and the positive value. So we are going to sketch it like this. Okay, so this will be the normal distribution like that. Then you have your mean on the middle here. Okay, so you put your negative number somewhere here. So I'm going to put my minus 1.223, and then my positive number will be on the other side, which is 2.224. Okay, so it means the probability that we want is all this probability that is in between here. Okay, so we found it here to be this, and this value here is being represented on the diagram as this. Okay, so we are done with that, and then let's look at the other question. Okay, so the other question now, they're saying a psychologist has devised a stress test for dental patients sitting in the waiting room. According to this test, okay, the stress scores on a scale of 1 to 10 for patients waiting for root canal treatment are found to be approximately normally distributed. Okay, so we're doing the normal distribution with a mean 7.59 and a standard deviation of 0.73. And then they're saying the psychologist suggests that any patient with a straight score of 9.0 or higher should be given a sedative prior to treatment. Okay, what percentage is to short here? They're saying what is the probability? Okay, what percentage of the patients waiting for the root canal treatment will need a sedative if this suggestion is accepted? So we are dealing with a normal distribution here. So let's get what we have. Okay, so we are going to say let the Z score, let X be, okay, a stress score of the patient. Okay, so this is the stress score of the patient, and then we have that the mean, okay, is 7.59, and then we have the standard deviation, okay, by which is represented by this symbol that looks like a 6 somehow, 0.73. Okay, so we know that if X follows a normal distribution, okay, then here you have your mean, then here you have your variance. Okay, just square the standard deviation. Okay, so now what is the formula? So the formula is this. So we know that the Z score is just equals to what? The X value that you have, okay, minus the mean divided by the what? Standard deviation. So we know that the Z score is this. So whenever we're given the probability, okay, so we're given here, we're told that suggest that any patient with a stress score of 9 or higher, so meaning we're finding the probability of being greater or equal to what? 9. So here we're finding that probability. So X is greater than or equal to what? 9. So this probability, that's what we want to find. Okay, but we know that this probability, we have to change it to a less than. So it will be 1 minus by complement full to be X less than what? 9. So now we can work with this because we have Z score for this. Okay, and then from here, we have to change this. Okay, from this form, we have to change it into a standard form. So we have to convert this X here to the Z, and then we have to convert this 9, okay, to a number with these parameters here. So we are going to say this will be equals to 1 minus P, okay? And then inside here, we're going to have X. We are converting this X to the Z, so minus the mean over what? Standard deviation is less than. Even this, we do the same. So it will be 9 minus the mean, but we have the mean here, which is this, okay? So we're going to put 7.59 divided by the standard deviation, which is this, okay? So it will be 0.73. So we are finding this probability here, okay? So this will be equals to, we have 1 minus the probability. We know that whatever we have here is just equals to what? Z. So we're going to say Z is less than, and then here you just punch into your calculator. We're going to find 1.93. Okay, so we know how to do this now. So this will be 1 minus this probability here. So let's go on the z-scope and find the probability of 1.93. So we are going to go to 1.9 and then on the other side 0.3. Okay, so 1.9 is here. This is 1.9 here. And then here, we're going to go to what? 0.3. So we see that the overlap is on this value. So 0.732. Okay, that's our probability. So we're going to write 0.9732. So subtract this, that will be your probability that x is greater than or equal to what? 9. So subtract this, we are going to get 0.0268. Okay, so this is the probability if you want multiplied by 100 to make it a percent, which would just be, as a percent, it will be what? It will be 0.268%. Okay, so it's the same. Okay, so that's how you find that one. And then the last one now,